And hello, ladies and gentlemen.
That is Grim.
And this is Rockster over here, beside me.
Because apparently neither one of us knows how to introduce ourselves.
Well, you weren't starting, man, so I kind of took it under my own wing. And, welcome to Guy Fieri's portable space truck.
Yeah, so we're gonna search Galak's ship, the Doomgiver. It's somewhere in here.
Yeah. So, it's gonna be fun.
We now have rank 2 lightsaber throw, which is great.
Ooh,
I can sort of control where it's going.
that's spicy butts.
And if you're wondering why things are cropped ridiculously bad, so am I.
Yeah, we'll
This might have been one of the days I was having a pain in the ass time. Oh, I also have the fast style and lightsaber offense. I finally have a new style of offense. This might have been one of those days where I was having a really, really hard time getting the game to record, so I had to go into a mode I didn't want to be in. Don't worry, we got this.
Oh, beautiful.
I know, isn't it just perfect execution of the fast style of lightsabering? So much better. As you can see, it comes up as blue in the lower right-hand corner. We've had yellow this entire time for the medium stuff.
Not a rookie anymore here.
We're not a rookie anymore. We can use a lightsaber.
Now,
It's
only-
awesome.
See, now if only you could run him over with the freaking ship there. That would be kind of funny.
Yeah, if only I could do anything with the hauler I came in on. But it's fine. It's lovely. We're just going to take our time and shoot all these guys who conveniently don't move.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like they don't know I have a disruptor rifle.
I don't think they do.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Katarn, Jedi mercenary. I have guns. You are not safe down there. Like, don't take a pot shot at me with a flechette. Actually move somewhere where you can use the flechette. See, that's how you do it. You move. Pathing. It's not that hard.
But you also gotta remember, we're talking early 2000s here, buds.
Yeah, early 2000s, where enemies would just stand somewhere where you could shoot them if they couldn't get to you.
Yeah. I love how he's faking trying to shoot you.
It's fine. Who cares? He's dead.
True enough, he is. Oh, sure, that little bastard. No.
No.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I've decided that I am a fan of all droids.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Protection of the droids initiated. So,
I always remember this being so annoying of a level.
it is. So you see behind this door, there is all the troopers. All the troopers in the world. There's some guns, there's some high guys, there's a whole bunch of guys on the ground, some of whom have machetes.
Some have big hurts.
Yeah, we're not gonna join them.
Are we gonna throw them out into space, man?
We are going to be smart and throw them out into space. So if you come over here, A, shields.
Hey. Are
B,
we gonna keep...
Luke Skywalker.
Oh, wow.
Kyle, Skywalker, what are you doing here?
Lando told me where you were going.
Then why aren't you at the Valley of the Jedi?
I went to the valley right after you left Yavin 4, Kyle.
Follow me, I know. Does this mean we have a new emperor on our hands?
It may be worse than that. Remember those experiments on Kejim with the Artesian crystals? With the Valley of the Jedi's power coursing through those crystals, Dasan has succeeded in infusing his troops with the power of the Force.
Ah, Sith spit. I think I ran into one of them on Bespin. Are they still in the valley?
Not anymore. I managed to scatter Dasan and his reborn troops, and Rogue Squadron chased away their ships. For now, the valley's effectively sealed off, but we have no idea how many troops Dasan managed to empower before we got there. It could be dozens, but it could be thousands.
And all of them will have Force powers?
Yes, but we've got an advantage due to our training and discipline.
I'd like to point out on this giant ship that I'm going to spend the next 4 episodes searching for one ship on the inside of.
Wow.
Luke Skywalker has managed to find me in 5 seconds.
Yeah. So, remember that time when you had to build
Don't worry. I've got this. We've improved. Plus, I have Luke Skywalker.
So, Bruce,
But also,
Skywalker's gonna have to play.
but also, more important, initiate music.
Wow.
Yes, I am occasionally capable of a badass move.
Something's changed in
No, it was not pure luck that backflipped that guy into a stagger.
There's a chance Jan may still be alive on the Doomgiver.
Sometimes even a small hope is enough to defeat the dark side, Kyle.
Listen, Skywalker, there's even more to this than you think. Desan's working with a remnant scientist named Galak Fyar. They're smuggling something called cortosis here from Bespin.
Damn, that's not good.
Why?
Well, cortosis is a rare mineral that resists lightsabers.
Great.
I'll try and find out what they're doing with the cortosis. You find the Doomgiver. If you run into Desan, don't try to
Find out what they're doing with the cortosis. I think it's pretty bloody obvious what they're doing with the cortosis. There's only two options when you have something that resists lightsabers. You're either making a suit of armor, or you're making Captain America's shield. Personally, I vote for armor.
I think it's the shield.
Yeah, you too, Luke.
Look, unless you have boomerang physics in... Well, I suppose we have the Force.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm actually pissed off now. Screw you, EA. Why the hell didn't you give
He
me...
wasn't even in charge of this when it came out, man.
I blame them for all Star Wars material after Battlefront 2.
Okay. You also gotta clarify if it's the original or the new.
To be frank, this is LucasArts. This is all on LucasArts.
Hey, remember the time we actually had a shit ton of shields?
Don't worry, I continue to be amazing for the rest of this episode. This
Are
will...
you gonna be amazing this time?
No.
I was gonna say, man, like, when was the last time you stayed amazing?
I'm doing pretty good right now.
I know, but they're bucket heads. We've been over this before.
But the entire ship is full of bucket heads. There are no mercs. And me with still no detonators.
Yeah.
Oh well, when you're out of detonators, there's only one option that makes any sense. Force speed!
I thought it was Flechette. You remember that conversation we had about the destructor rifle and you saying there isn't going to be that many destructor rifles?
Oh, by the way. Bye, everybody.
Wow, that was well done, buddy. Very proud of you.
Can you imagine if I'd run in there and tried to fight 10 dudes at once?
Yes, because I've done it before.
That would be so embarrassing. Like, you might even need to do a whole new recording to avoid the embarrassment.
Right. Like, you totally didn't have to do that.
I totally didn't have to do that. We are not that stupid. It had been a long day. That's
Yeah.
my only defense.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking E11 Flechette. E11 Web Blaster. One of the best guns in anyone's hands but a Stormtrooper's.
I mean, there's a reason for that. You don't fire it on auto. We established this in an earlier episode. You do not fire the E11 on auto unless you need to do crowd control.
Yeah, but even still, you know how to use it on auto proper.
If you use it on auto, all three shots are going to go in a different direction.
Yeah, it goes into triangle pathing though. You really need it to work proper.
Not really. At close range, sure. At long range, not so much.
Like I said, it depends. You force down. You guys picked the wrong day to go out to work.
I know.
They should have taken vacation time, man.
I mean, I would have taken vacation time the moment the Emperor died, but that's just me personally.
Right?
These guys clearly don't know what they're doing at this point.
Yeah, they do not.
Dude's running around with a red lightsaber? Sure, good enough. That's totally gonna work out for us.
And it's totally not gonna be bad whatsoever.
He's a giant lizard guy who keeps a barbarian-looking woman around for backup? Sure, this sounds legit.
Oh, man. Nice listeners.
So, things to know. The time I most certainly did not do this, I had successfully sniped him from that doorway. And that's what I was thinking of doing here. And it completely screwed up. Remember that time I wasn't a pussy?
Yeah. Yeah, Kyle. I'd facepalm myself too if I knew
I mean,
what was going on.
if not for that door, that dude'd be dead.
That dude be dead. You better have a good time. Oh, he's getting you real good, man.
I mean, secondary fire on the Imperial Heavy Repeater is fairly effective.
Hey, look.
I'm not gonna
You
lie.
could probably snipe that guy way from over here.
Oh, don't worry. I am totally gonna snipe that guy from way over here. Goodbye!
What an idiot. He got
See?
a perfect shot of you and everything.
Yeah, but he never noticed. I mean,
know.
somehow he couldn't hear the explosions. I just assume he was listening to his death metal track.
No, come on. He was listening to his sad soap opera music, man.
He was listening to whatever that vid is from the freaking Christmas special.
Yes.
It's been 10 years. That thing has become the most legit thing in the entire face of the porn industry.
Okay, no comment. That is just some weird stuff there, buddy.
I'm pretty sure the entire plot of Dark Forces 1 was us spamming that video throughout the entire Imperial Remnant as a mercenary, so as to successfully eliminate the productivity.
See, this is where, like, this always gets the big old, bit of a bad reputation on the channel where we gotta be age restricted just for comments of you and your porn industry crap, man.
This is a game from 2002. No one under the age of 20 is playing it. Don't worry.
Oh, you never know, man.
So, that little panel essentially chose which of 3 giant panel doors I get to open. It's kind of like I'm a game show host. Oh, and by the way, from here on out, I am super effective at finding secrets. Here's the first one.
Oh, wow.
You might notice I can't see jack shit. For the first time in, like, decades, night vision goggles are useful. And now I have a turret.
Sick.
I probably have a lot of turrets at this point.
I have 2 just in this episode alone.
I also have batteries. I don't really need the batteries, because I don't need the night vision goggles, but whatever. We have batteries. Also, shit.
Good
There
job,
goes my lift.
John.
Whatever. I'm an impatient person. I'm not waiting for the lift to come up. I'm just gonna open this door. And by the way, this door is on a time limit, which is why I'm about to do some sick acrobatics. We're gonna pop that 4 speed. Aim for the doorway. Somehow don't lose any health.
Look, it's land destroyed.
My one regret is that I had the function key set as my force powers, and the number key set as my weapons. And every once in a while, my hand would kind of slip.
Hey, don't hurt the droid, you asshole. Thank you. Wow, okay. Doesn't kill the Imperial droid, but kills frickin' Lando's
It's
droid.
fine. It's an R4 unit. It was gonna explode anyways.
True. But he hadn't met a buzz droid.
I'd just like to remind everyone, the entire plot of Star Wars would not have happened if the R4 unit didn't explode.
I would.
R2-D2 had the freaking map. C-3PO had no clue.
True. Very true.
R2-D2 would have been left to the Jawas. He'd have gone insane from multiple part refits.
True.
One day, like 20 years from now, after Obi-Wan's dead and Alderaan's blown up and the world is completely destroyed, some random moisture farmer somewhere would suddenly recover this OSD file with the grainiest of grainy blue screens.
Be very sad.
Like, well, She's pretty. I wonder who she was.
And now we get to have a montage of you.
Now we have a montage of me trying to successfully land a jump. Don't worry, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
like you trying to successfully land a girlfriend, man.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Somewhere, somehow, there will two jump from a correct spot.
Wow.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen.
With more jumping.
Don't worry, this time I'm way better at it.
Well, thanks, fuck.
So we have successfully gotten out of the hangar base. Now we just have to find Galak's ship. This should not take 3 freaking episodes. No, not at all.
Yeah.
Also, cue music. Don't bother with the music. I'm an idiot.
Missed.
It was a narrow hallway that is exactly the same size as his body. I didn't miss. See? Cue music.
Sexy.
And this is why you don't try and jump over a guy in a narrow hallway. Something that Anakin Skywalker never learned.
True. So, was there any secrets we have missed so far in here, buds?
No, there are not.
Oh, wow. What if you throw a secret in here?
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of, well, a little tired there, Grim.
Ah, you know it. But I would have thought they would have put a secret in here.
Well, as you can see, I am checking literally every single side hallway in case of that. But don't worry, we've got... See, even stormtroopers hate their guns. But don't worry, this question's gonna be a moot point in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Never have to worry about your gun again.
Get a second chance.
I personally prefer explosives. They are way better than guns. Trust me on this.
Well, you don't because you suck at using them any other form.
Just in case. We're gonna drop one of these. Man, let's make it 2. Nah, we'll stick to 1.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Woo!
Armor.
Wow. This is actually gonna survive.
No, because once again, I hit 4 instead of the FP I wanted.
So, on here in the excuses, you're gonna die.
Don't worry, we have Mind Trick. Yes, Kyle, it was necessary to slice backwards to kill the guy in front of you.
Yeah. Ain't the smartest, man. Ain't the smartest.
That is one thing I'm looking forward to with playing Jedi Academy. Much better saber animation and acrobatic skills.
Oh. Hell yeah, it was. Really?
Oh wow, you're under attack, are you?
And you, how bad if you are under
No, I'm just gonna go out here and say I'm pretty sure all their leadership are now wearing Cortosis weed vests.
Right.
I mean, I totally sliced into him 3 times. That totally happened.
Did you hear something? No, I just heard your mom was in
Did you hear something? No, of course not. Now go back to patrolling.
Oh, man.
You know, I'm struggling for commentary at the moment because Galak Fyar's ship is literally probably the most boring part of this game. It's kill some mooks, go to the next set piece, kill some mooks, go to the next set piece, kill some mooks.
See, this is why you just give me a have debates about other stuff. Like, let's talk about something. Alright, out of all the characters in the Outcast series, who is the most useless to you?
By the way, in case anyone's wondering, those turrets aren't firing at me because I switched off that switch in the other room. I'm gonna blow them up anyways because fuck Imperial expenditure reports.
Nah, they're just gonna be blown up later anyways. It's all good.
Technically, it's Galak Fyar's ship that's gonna be blown up later. This is just a hauler in the middle of the Lenico belt. Also, secret drone.
Okay, what's the point of the drones? I never used them ever.
They're kind of like shitty briar pistols in the sense that they fire at things and they're annoying enough that people will generally attack them before you. It's the same reason why we have followers in Bethesda games. So that something other than you can get shot first.
Yeah, well, those are the friggin' followers. They're actually really useful in Bethesda games. Followers in this game are really just, hey, you need to protect me. And I'm like, okay, fine. You gonna help? No? Oh, okay, you're just gonna die really quick? Cool. Thanks.
You think there's a secret somewhere in these elevator shafts? There isn't. It's kind of shocking.
Very depressing.
Like, this would be the perfect place to put a secret. All these side levels, the entire way up and down the elevator shaft, one of them should just have a little alcove.
Should. Doesn't. Makes you sad.
Also,
Dude, remember
apparently...
that time you had, like, full armor?
who cares? I still have armor. We're doing way better for armor than the last couple vids.
True. Still pretty rough, though.
It's like I said in our last cut, once you've killed Tavion, it's all downhill from there. If you cannot handle the game with the increased force powers you get and the decreased level of difficulty of the people you're fighting, I don't know how you got this far.
See, I kind of enjoyed Academy a lot more, though.
Academy I found was an easier game, but that's mostly because the things that made Outcast difficult were mostly bullshit. Like this jump! Because apparently Kyle Katarn would rather backflip than try and successfully land a jump. Some of you might be wondering what you missed in the obvious edit that just took place. We were mostly discussing Academy.
He literally died from the elevator crash.
Okay, and in the obvious edit that just took place, I did not die to an elevator. That did not happen. Don't worry. You're just seeing things. It did not happen.
Of course.
Well, that's infiltration level complete. So I will see you guys next time.
Later, guys.
Have a good night.